What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of H1Z1, where I am happy to be your host. So a little bit of a recap. Server wipes happen, and so we lost our other character that was up in Cranberry, but I made the executive decision. So I made a decision right here. I made a decision that we're going to play on hardcore servers from now on, which means that you're locked to first person. You can only kill zombies with headshots. You lose your recipes when you die, which isn't that big of a deal because you commit them to memory most of the time anyways. But I think it'll make us have a little bit better of a gameplay experience. Right now, I spent about 3 hours today trying to record an episode on like a normal PvP server. There's just no loot anywhere. That's the main problem. And I don't think it's because of the respawn rates. My guess for this, without trying to be sensationalist about it, is that their servers are just overpopulated. That's all that it is. There's way too many people because I couldn't walk 5 feet on the PvP servers without seeing, 10, 15, 3, 4, 5 people every single place that you go. Even out in the wilderness, like where you're out in the middle of nowhere, like right here. When you're walking around, you see just dozens of people running around the mountains. It's just too many people. And so I think the benefit to the hardcore servers is that it cuts down on the population by quite a lot, actually. All of the hardcore servers right now are on low to medium pop, and I think that'll give us a better, more representative gameplay experience. Now, if we play on this server for a while and we still don't find that much loot, well, I guess that's that, but frankly, I had to scrap like 4 episodes today because nothing happened. It was just running around, going to city and finding that everything was looted, and that there were essentially people camping every single location just waiting for anything to respawn. The developers have said that they're going to patch and increase the loot drop rate, and they said they were going to do it today, as of like the 17th, I think, or the 16th? I think I heard gunshots off to that way. Right now, that's east. The sun has just risen, so it's east right now. Oh, this is where we actually got chased by the guy with the car in the previous episode. Okay, I know where we are. I just spawned into the server, and so until I find myself like an actual point of reference, I usually feel fairly lost. I'm going to try and be careful about being out in the middle of the road right now. We need scrap metal, though, so I'm going to try and reiterate. We're going to go back through some of the essentials that you need at the beginning of the game, just to make sure that if people jump in the middle of the series, because, ooh, a white motorcycle helmet. Hell yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. I can't see it on my head, but I think it protects me from anything hitting me in the head. I think it reduces the damage that you take. I have been collecting a little bit of food along the way. Let's just hang out here for a second. We should be by that motel. Yep, there it is. We're by the motel. All the doors are open. And this will be a point of interest. Like, this is a location that most people will hit if they spawn in this vicinity. There's lots of arrows around, but the doors are closed. That's usually a fairly good sign. So all the doors are closed. Let's have a look around. We found a motorcycle helmet. I don't think anybody would have left that behind if they had been down in here looting. Now, maybe they just been ignoring the cars because they don't think there's anything in. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Combat knife. Moving on. Oh, I found a hammer, by the way. I found a hammer while I was just running around pre-episode. Ooh, this is a good combat knife, too. Durability's, well, it's at 390. It's not all red. Ooh, a fire axe, too. Okay, so ditch the hammer. I don't care anymore. We want the wood axe, because that's useful as a piece of equipment we can use later. So yeah, like I said, if you're having trouble finding loot and like playing the game in the way that it's supposed to be played, I would strongly suggest just biting the bullet and just playing hardcore. Like really, it's probably a better plan. There's a lot less people around. You should be able to loot a little bit better in peace. And if you can't loot in peace, at least there won't be quite as many people around to bother you while you try and find like the bare necessities. Because as of right now, if you're trying to loot on like a normal server, good luck with that. It's going to be real nasty. Like I said, I had to scrap like an entire chunk of this series because it was just uninteresting. It was uninteresting, boring, and nothing was happening. And so in a game where the loot is already fairly scarce and needs to be touched up, if you're playing on a server where there's just too many people around, you're not getting anything done. It's just going to be, it is what it is. I'm glad we found a location, though. I may not, these don't have a very good loot spawn rate most of the time. Like, they have loot. There's a machete right there, just in case you want to get yourself a machete and whack your way through the brush. However, all you really need in this game is a fire axe. I did see that multivitamin back there anyways. I know there's going to be that guy in the comments who's like, why didn't you take the multivitamin? Because I'm not sure that it does anything. It seems like it just takes up an inventory slot for me. Either way, back to looting. Let's see what we can get right here. These upper... Ooh, there we go. Chunk tuna in water. We could actually use that right now. There's no point carrying it around. What I'm hoping we'll find is things that we can tear up for cloth. Now, the downside to playing on a first-person server is that you can't see any of the gear that your character equips, which is a little bit of a bummer. If you like aesthetics like I do, which I'm a fan of aesthetics, I have no problem admitting it. Like, I really like to watch my character develop and look different as I play through the game. It's going to bother you playing on these servers, but I'm willing to, like, set that aside just because I want to show off the game and actually, like, do some stuff. Now, I know that we've done 2 episodes in a row where we've been hanging out at this hotel. I didn't really plan that, it just sort of occurred, and I'm not going to turn down an opportunity to loot and maybe get some good stuff. A lot of the time it's not worth it to go through the dressers. I'll throw that out there. You may just want to like pan and scan through all the buildings and see if you can find anything sitting around. This zombie seems like he is about to get super up in our business right now. So I may use this building to juke him and just not even search it. We'll go through the back right there, and then we'll do the best way to... Is he one of the fast ones? I think he's one of the fast ones. We got a compass and a spool of twine. Actually, hell yeah, the compass will be great, actually. That's going to work good for us. I'm actually work well. Sorry about that, grammar people. So for the non-English speaking people, I try to do this. I'm not doing it to be a dick. I'm doing this actually like educationally. So if you attach it to a verb, like if something is going, so it's a verb, you say well. But if something is a noun, then you would describe it as like good, basically. That's the way that it works, grammatically. Just throwing it out there for the people that might want to glean some infotainment from all of this. We do have a lot of zombies around right now. We're in broad daylight. However, they seem to just sort of be stunned. Aside from the one way over there that's onto our shit and our shenanigans, all the rest of them don't really seem to be that interested. We found a compass up at the top right-hand corner of the screen. You will see that that allows us to see what direction we're facing, which is in a very, 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 very... I'm going to slow my roll right now. I just woke up and I'm highly caffeinated at the moment from my breakfast. Anyways, it allows us to see the direction. It gives us a heading, which is actually pretty major if you're into playing the game in a way where you're just not wandering. More water down here. I'm actually going to drink it because our health is pretty good. It's stagnant water, so we may lose health. Nope, we gambled and won. Good. I'm not going to bring the empty bottles along. You can bring the empty bottles along and you can fill them up in rivers and lakes and stuff like that, but that gives you dirty water, which is even more risky. It's more risky than stagnant water, so just be aware that you're taking your life in your own hands. I tend to just like drink. I don't know. I think that I graze when I go through the game. It's very, very rare that I actually dig into my supplies that are in my backpack to like do anything. I tend to just graze as I go through the game, so there you go. Right now, we're still looking for cloth. That's the big thing that we need to start the game out. If we can get a couple things of cloth, we'll be in really, really good shape. But up until then, I think he de-aggroed us. I think that's him right there. I think he's facing the wrong direction, too. No, he's facing the right direction. Hopefully he's not feeling spry, though. These warehouses are death traps once you start breaking boxes, by the way. The zombies hear that shit from a mile away. It's bad. They start coming in from every direction. The other thing that I want is metal scrap, actually. Metal scrap is a big deal, too, and you don't find it very often. Ooh, a couple of Zeddies back here. I actually didn't expect that. So I'm going to duck through here real fast. We'll come out the other side. There's no dumpster. That's what I was hoping for. The dumpsters actually tend to have really good loot because nobody loots them. I don't know what it is, but people just like disconnect when they see dumpsters in this game. It's rare that I see somebody looting a dumpster, so occasionally you'll find a bunch of good stuff inside of them. We'll also hit the Quickie Mart over there in just a second. Let me get this dumpster, though. I guess people have like a, I don't know, a thing about not looting out of dumpsters, but there you go, a spool of twine right there. I don't know if you're going to be able to make fishing rods or anything else later. Oh, can I go through? Open that, open that. Let's go. The zombies are still trying to trace us around the backside of the building. Ooh, shotgun shells. There we go. 2 shells. Not much. Not much, but it's something. It's something. Can't complain about a good thing. I'm hoping the zombies are out the back side of the building and not actually, like, on the other side of the wall, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm going to eat that fresh chicken right now because I know how to eat under duress. I used to work at Geek Squad, by the way. I don't know if I've ever brought... Wait, what? Oh. There was 10 shotgun shells there, and I only grabbed a couple. Alright, let's see what we can do for right now. I think the zombie is still, like, passively looking for us. So I think it might be a good plan just to err on the side of caution for right now. The zombies are a lot tougher on the hardcore servers. They're not, like, worth worrying about still, but they are quite a bit more resilient, and they do take a bigger chunk out of you. If you don't pay attention to them, you can get into trouble. What kind of space do I have right now? Like, none? Honestly, we need that chicken. But... not liking this right now. Not liking this at all. We'll search this van real fast. Why is everything wrecked? It's weird that, like, there's so many wrecked cars around. Like, they're all just beaten to shit. Maybe they're assuming that people have been scavenging. I'm hoping we can find a backpack around here so I don't have to craft one. That's my big, big, big hope. Like, I have some hopes in this game when we start playing. You should also close doors behind you. It slows the zombies down and it makes them, like, go around a different way and just kind of, like, bug out. It may save you from time to time. I can't promise that it will, but every now and again it'll be useful. I don't see any more zombies around here. We've had good enough luck with some of the loot drops to where I'm willing to bet there probably hasn't been anybody here for a while. Shotgun shells disappear real fast. That's just like a fact of playing the game. Shotgun shells tend to be like one of those things that people like to have them. Even if you don't have the gun, I found a lot of shotguns by comparison to other guns. I found M1911s are what I find most frequently. Shotguns are probably the second most frequent. Third, probably 308s. AR-15s on top, but honestly, I found so many guns in this game that it's... The problem is not guns. As I've said in previous episodes, the problem is 100% not guns. The problem, is speedy, zippy-ass zombies that take a chunk out of you while you're hanging out and attract all their friends to come mess with you. Yeah, they're buggy as hell right now, as you can see anyways. Even with headshots, you're not, like, promised to kill them off. I'm only doing this because we may get some cloth out of them, and we've got enough band-aids to where I'm not, like, super worried about it. Let's go ahead and get those headshots in there. We might be able... There we go. He's down. We've got basically the best melee weapon in the game anyways. You can give him a couple hacks if you want. I don't know. I've never seen anything drop off of a zombie aside from, like, random cloth every now and again. This should be lootable, I think, if you can get to the right spot. There we go. There it is. So watch out. Like I said, people don't know about these secret loot spots. Like right there up underneath the vans that are on the risers right here. That's a really, really good spot to get loot, and people don't know about it. People leave it behind. So in otherwise really, really high pop areas, you can get good loot out of those just on accident by being at the right place at the right time. And there it is. We got ourselves a backpack. So 1,000 space in our backpack. The one you can craft has 1,200, I think. So it's a little bit better. Let's do some recipe. Where are those zombies headed right now? I'm a little bit worried about where they're going. Let me get behind this car for a second. Let me discover what we can do with twine, actually. I've never had twine before, so I'm interested in seeing cloth and twine, it looks like, in a stick. A wooden bow. So that's actually not a makeshift bow. That's actually a good bow, I think. I don't know. If I take the wood stick, let me see here. Wood stick and a little bit of cloth. Yeah, makeshift bow versus a normal bow, so it lets us make actually a good bow. We might consider doing that, actually. That doesn't seem like a bad plan right now. I'm going to go for it. We'll make a wood bow. And it takes 1,500 space. I'm actually going to drop the combat knife so that we can move in the wooden bow. For right now, we do have some arrows that I've been looting from all over the place. And in fact, there's another one. If I could save myself on sticks, I'd rather just take other people's. They're easy to make. They're not that big of a deal. But honestly, I wonder if this bow aims better or how it functions. It looks like there might be somebody off to the other side. I don't know. It might just be us, though. Aiming in this game's a little bit rough. I would suggest maybe point blanking, like so. Oh, man, are you kidding me? No! I don't want the game to end. I want to keep playing. I've got recording and stuff to do. There we go. You can one-shot zombies with a bow is the big thing that I want to make apparent. I would suggest that you let them line up on you like that right there, and then you just handle your business once they start to come in at you. But yeah, make yourself a... I didn't realize you could make a better bow. It appears to be doing a really, really good job. This actually sort of explains all those times I got dominated by somebody with a bow. Hopefully he doesn't speed up. They could kick us off the server at like any second. I'm just saying. So let's put a arrow in him. I'm actually looking for cloth right now. If you're wondering why I'm going after all these zombies, they drop cloth every now and again when you kill them. And so we need a big supply of cloth at the moment so that we can do some stuff in the future. Either way, though, before the server goes down, actually, I'm probably going to log out right here when the server goes down in 15 minutes so that we're actually in this spot so we can jump in again. You hear that gunshot, I think? Over on the left. You do, on servers like this, have to worry about people having better loot in general. So be aware of that as a stipulation because there's less people, there's more loot to go around, and so there's a better chance that somebody will have a gun. Don't call their bluff on not like on a PvP server, like just a normal non-hardcore server. I'd call somebody's bluff if they say they're going to shoot me because I found like no bullets the entire time I've played this game. I found like 50 bullets in like 15 hours of playing. There's just not a lot of bullets around. It's just not a thing that I legitimately worry about. You should break these crates, by the way, in the back of these stores. They always have good stuff in them. I mean, not always, but you will find food. You will find goodies for later. And since we have a backpack, it's now important. It becomes pertinent that we stock up. I'm going to take those wood planks. We can make stuff out of them a little bit later. And so I did want to get my Minecraft on a little bit and actually start, like, settling. Maybe making a base, trying to make sure that things are working. Maybe the servers are going down for that patch that I was talking about. That's the other possibility, is that they said they were going to patch and increase the loot today. So maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know. Let's grab these peaches. Hopefully it's not a wipe because I just found a backpack and I get sad when I find... I don't even care about guns, to be honest. I can find a gun and in a server wipe I don't care because I can find more guns. Server wipes when I have a backpack, though, are very, very concerning. They make me sad. And we just got all that twine, too, so we can make a better bow and all these cool things. It'll be sad. I won't be mad about it because, obviously, early access... MMO release, you should be aware that you could lose your stuff at any second. Don't even get attached to it, but still, I'd like to keep my stuff for a little bit. Let me see if I can drop a couple more zombies before the server goes down. We have no more arrows. These zombies all seem kind of... Oh, we have one left? Do we now? No, we don't have one left. We don't have anything. I'm going to go inside this over here. It looks like a Carl's Jr. or something. Flavorlies. I'm going to go in here. We'll see if we find anything, and if we don't... Wait, did I come through here in the beginning? I think I did. Either way, it'll act as a ruse for the zombies, so there you go. Because I know we got a couple on us. It says we have an arrow right now, but we actually don't. Don't believe it. It's lying to us. It's being a dirty, rotten fibber. I'm going to go up, this is the hill that we knocked that guy down in the last episode where he fell down in the truck and blew up. That's the greatest. That's probably the happiest thing that's ever happened to me. All in all, this is a pretty good run for us. Ooh, there's still some arrows around, though. I'll take those. All in all, not a bad run. Not a bad run at all. I'm going to wait for the server to go down, and I think that's where I'm going to end the episode. It may end up being, like, arbitrarily shorter or longer of an episode based on how that goes, but, yeah, I've been trying for a long time to get this game recorded today, and I prefer to, like, keep the footage that I can. So you'll forgive me. It's not born of laziness. It's born of desperation, believe me. I don't like it when I have like entire days where I accomplish nothing. Makes me feel very unproductive. Makes me... Ooh, another spool of twine. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I would also check as we go by if these have respawned or not, since we've been here for a while. We've been here a good 20 minutes. The respawn timers seem to be somewhere around like an hour to an hour and a half. I'm not totally sure on that, but it's somewhere in there. Is that from Fievel, that Somewhere Out There song? It's from Fievel, isn't it? It's from Fievel Goes West. I was going to say somewhere in there. I was going to go, somewhere in there. But I don't even know what song it's from. I'm a little bit lost right now. We should probably gather up some sticks while we're out here, considering we have this awesome bow of mass destruction right now. And by mass, I mean the mass that's in between the zombie's skull. Those headshots are pretty effective. Those headshots are pretty effective on a server with no lag. Play hardcore. I'm a firm proponent right now. I wasn't entirely convinced that this was a good idea, but honestly, the fact that I can even target zombies right now is amazing. I heard gunshots off in this area like you heard. I don't know if you heard them too. I thought I heard snap, snap, snap off in that direction over there, so I guess to the east-northeast direction. If you're wondering what east-southeast, east-northeast is, you learn this in geology, so take a look at my compass right now. Actually, let me get inside a building, then we'll talk about it, because I want to be safe from prying eyes while I'm spinning around explaining things. It just basically means that if you're north-northeast, it means that you're going east favoring... You're doing northeast favoring the north direction, whereas you are east-southeast, it means you're going kind of like south, but favoring more... Oh man, 9 minutes. At least they're being formulaic about this time. Sometimes they just drop the server and you're just like, oh, okay. And you just don't get to play anymore. It just comes up randomly. And when it's mid-episode, it can become a little, not a frustration, but definitely just like, oh man, sneak attack. Over here, these are bugged. We saw this in one of the previous episodes. Sometimes the crates get bugged and they'll spawn endless loot for you. Like endless planks, that is. Don't get too excited. Endless planks, it'll spawn for you. We need cloth right now. So if you're wondering, if you want me to explain, since we're probably not going to get to do it in this episode, if you're wondering why we need cloth, what are we going for with the cloth? We're trying to get ourselves a fire bow, so you can make yourself a fire bow. We're trying to get ourselves, I was going to make a backpack, but obviously we don't need that anymore. I was also going to make a bow, obviously we don't need that anymore. So honestly, we've actually kind of hit all of the points on the bulletin that I was hoping for at the moment. All Points Bulletin was one of those games that I really liked, but I don't know, I tried to play the free-to-play version of it for a while, and I'm just not feeling it. Not feeling it. I liked it when it was an actual MMO that was run by a company, but now that it's been bought by like one of those G-Potato companies, I just don't enjoy it anymore. It's one of those games that I really like the fact, though. I know I'm kind of skipping subjects right now. Anyways, a hammer in there. Not what I want. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to find myself a shotgun around here somewhere. I haven't had a whole lot of like random luck with shotguns, but you do find them around. I'm getting some weird performance issues right now, so I don't know. Weird things happening. I can't really determine what's happening. It's probably a problem. My hard drive has been giving me issues lately. Hard drive has been giving me issues. So when you record gameplay, you should always do it to a separate hard drive so that you're not loading and playing the game and recording the game to the same hard drive. Just a little bit of YouTube tippery right there. And a lot of people don't think about it. They don't know about it. Freezers are empty, but I've been having trouble with the hard drive that I have. It hasn't been cooperative the last couple days, and I think that might be what's happening right now. Either way, not going to think about it for the moment. I think it's time to get out of Dodge. I think I'm going to camp myself somewhere along the edges of the map. Not like totally all over the place, but at the same time, not too far out either. Not sure what's going on right now, but it's a little bit concerning. I'll have to check on it. We're close enough to the end of the episode anyways right now where I'm just going to let it ride. There's a wolf over there in case you want to get some wolf meat. Now, I don't know if that's something you're interested in, but we could try it. I don't know how many arrows I have. Probably not enough. The wolves are pretty fast, too, so if you're going to try this, don't mess it up. That would... I think there's a car coming right now. I think I hear it off in the distance. How many sticks do we have? Either way, make as many arrows as we can carry because we don't need these sticks anymore. Wow, we must have a lot of sticks. I didn't realize I was carrying around that many sticks. Where did the wolf go? I don't like this. I don't like it when large-toothed animals just up and vanish while I'm trying to, like, accomplish murdering them. Makes me feel a little bit upset. Yeah, I don't know if I should... I'm not going to be a cheeser. I'm going to wait for the server to go down, and I'll just hike somewhere else in between episodes. That'll work out fine. I'm not concerned about it. Let's grab this over here. Alright, some blackberries on the way through. Never underestimate the power of 5 or 6 blackberries in your backpack for those times where you just can't find any loot. I would highly recommend that you leave it that way because... honestly, very, very honestly, it could be a tad weird. What if the lag is related to the server right now? The video lag, I don't know. This is weird. Very, very weird. Not sure what's going on at the moment, but I'll have to sort it out. I'll figure it out in just a second. It's not a big deal. I'll probably break this episode off right here, make it a little bit shorter since the server's going to go down anyways, and I'm having what appears to be hard drive issues. This is a good episode for us. I enjoyed it. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here on the Hardcore server. I had a blast doing this episode. I know this one's a little bit shorter than normal, but frankly, I think we're going to run into an issue where they're going to shut the server. Like, they're going to shut the door on us anyways, so... oh, we got a zombie right there. Me. God, I feel like I just don't have the DPI right now. I don't know. I need to increase my mouse sensitivity or something because I'm having trouble beating in on these little dudes. There we go. Like, I don't know. I feel like when I'm barely moving my mouse, it's jumping too far for me to make precision shots. So maybe I need to mess with my DPI on my mouse real fast and get that to be a little bit nicer too. Different strokes for different games. We'll hit this suburb in the next episode. My name is Splattercat. I will see you all there. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you. There's definitely a noise going on right now. I'll see you all in the next episode. I'm going to try to stop getting sidetracked. Hi to everybody.